Hey guys, it's Adam, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my 5 essentials to consider before starting an interior design business past 40. Now, maybe you're 38, maybe you're 45, maybe you're 52. So when I say 40, I'm using it symbolically. It represents a mature age career change. It represents someone who isn't fresh out of school and isn't at the beginning of their working life. It represents someone who has potentially already built a life to a point, built responsibilities, built experience, and is now thinking about a pivot. This was me a few years ago. Now, if you're considering a sea change and you're not fresh out of school, and if you're wondering whether it's too late to take interior design seriously, this video is for you. Now, if you value real talk about the interior design business, interior decorating, systems, pricing, implementing a beautiful project, visibility, please like and subscribe to this channel. I post weekly content for designers and decorators who want some clarity and not so much confusion. So, all right, let me get into it. So essential number 1, you are not starting from zero. You're starting a new business, but you're not starting from zero. This is where many mature age career changers psychologically trip themselves up. They think, oh gosh, I'm behind already. I'm competing with, younger designers. I should have really done this years earlier. I think it's probably too late at this stage. But no. We're not thinking like that because you are not behind. If you're 40 plus, you likely bring professional experience, emotional intelligence, financial awareness, conflict management skills that you bring to the table, life experience around home and renovations. Maybe you've already renovated a home or several homes. Resilience in business. Interior design isn't just an aesthetic, it's leadership. It's guiding decisions. It's managing budgets. It's communicating clearly with people. It's about holding boundaries. And it's about staying calm when, suppliers are late or there's a problem. It's navigating personalities. These are maturity skills. The only reason you feel behind is because you're comparing yourself to this curated social media rubbish that's out there. Instagram shows you mood boards and style kitchens of people running around at showrooms, but it doesn't always show you the pricing mistakes. It doesn't show you how people are allowing scope to creep in and jobs go on forever. It doesn't show you the cash flow stress. Experience is leverage. So let me just pause here for a second. Is this resonating with you? Are you considering a sea change? Are you quietly wondering if you've got the chops to make this work? So look, if it's landing for you, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know where you're at. So, all right, essential number 2, you need systems straight away. This is important. This doesn't have to be a full-time career at this stage. You can build it alongside another career. I know that story very well, and that's completely fine. But what really can't happen for long is you drifting when you're starting this business. What can't happen for long is coupling together ideas about business and how to run projects, getting random advice from Facebook groups, YouTube videos, and bits of information from different designers and hoping it all forms a coherent business. If you're stepping into this, whether it's part-time, which may be the case, or full-time, you need systems straight away. So you need clarity on how you charge. How should consultations work? How are design fees structured? And how do I manage procurement and all of that stuff? How do I manage a project? What's important here? How projects move from concept to photography? I want to present my work at its best. How do I make sure that happens? How do I bill enough money to ensure this happens? Because without systems, you're not building a business really, you're just experimenting. And experimentation without structure is what keeps people stuck for quite a few years. Now, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. If you are interested in some frameworks and structure that shorten the learning curve dramatically, well, that's exactly what I do in the Turnkey Design Success System. So it's a self-paced online and twice weekly live coaching program that walks you through how to price properly, communicate your consultation model confidently, structure implementation, project management, so you're not leaking profits, and you learn how to manage the projects all the way through to professional photography. So you're building authority straight away. Now, if you'd like more information, email me at ask@turnkeydesignssuccesssystem.com. But back to the point, systems create confidence. So if you're 40 plus, you want momentum straight away, not 5 years down the track when you've had all this trial and error. Essential number 3, pricing confidence, non-negotiable. Let's clear something up though first. Of course, you want to ask the client, what would you like to spend? That's part of the discovery. That's how you understand the scope. and the investment amount, but their budget informs that project. It doesn't determine your fee structure. So being confident doesn't mean ignoring their budget. It means being non-negotiable about how you charge and how your process works. So you can absolutely adjust the scope to meet a client's budget, but what you don't adjust constantly is your structure. Now, if you have tight processes, and if you're not giving away your discounts, which I advise anybody not to do, and if you're charging in a way that allows you to manage most stages of the project, if you control procurement or project management properly, you can make excellent money in this industry working as a solopreneur. But if you lack confidence and if you allow clients to tweak your processes, which can happen if you're not confident, if you let them determine when you should receive the money or how much they feel comfortable paying at each stage, you can't confidently assess how much money you'll actually make on a project. And that uncertainty really destroys your authority. So you need to lead, but you need structure that you can explain calmly and back that up with clarity. Because when you understand your process deeply, you feel comfortable pricing correctly, which means charging what you're actually worth. Essential number 4, finished photographed work builds authority. Now, you don't need 20 projects a year. You just need a handful of well-run projects. Projects that are implemented properly, installed properly, decorated and styled properly, and photographed properly. So important. Now, if you allow clients to control procurement and installations and be involved in that part, you lose control of the final outcome. And the final outcome is your brand. It gets you the next project, or it doesn't get you the next project. Quiet projects do nothing for your career. Finished, visible, photographed work builds credibility. So at 40 plus, you want acceleration. The fastest way to accelerate credibility is through visible proof of competence, not volume, but precision. Now, essential number 5, clarity about who you are. You cannot enter this industry at 40 plus and try and be everything. You need to decide, are you a decorator? If you don't want to do kitchen and bath design, don't do it. Or are you a renovation specialist? Are you going to run a turnkey project and soup to nuts take care of everything? Are you going to remain small and boutique, just one person and an accountant? Or do you want staff? Are you specializing in kitchen and bath? That really rocks your world. You're going to do that with style and panache. Clarity builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds income because people know what you do. Now, you don't need to be perfect. You just need that direction. And direction allows you to move decisively, and decisive movement builds capability faster than cautious hesitation. So a final word, if you're sitting there thinking, you know, I really want this, Adam, but I'm kind of scared, that is normal. But fear is not a strategy, structure is. And if you want confidence, pricing clarity, implementation control, and finished photo-worthy work and income that reflects your effort, you need to have these systems. You need to establish systems pretty quick, smart off the bat. Now, if you're feeling like you need some support building that properly, reach out to me. Email me at askadam@turnkeydesign.success.com and we can organise a complimentary 30-minute call to discuss where you're at. You can tell me your background, you can tell me your age if you're game, and tell me what might be holding you back in making this leap. So we'll talk through it properly. But what I want to let you know today, if you're starting out, if you're thinking about where this is going, you're not behind, you are building. And if you decide to step into interior design at 42, 48 or 55, who cares? Do it properly. You're going to make it work. On that note, I will see you in the next video. Ciao.